Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new episode of Minecraft Survival. In the last episode we defended our territory against an oncoming raid, a village and pillager raid. We got quite a few things from it, including some banners. And seeing the heart of the sea reminds me of where I got these from. I was looking before the last episode, I'm like, where did I get these from? I don't ever remember going to a water temple. Turns out, yeah, I got them from a chest. Anyway, in this episode, what I want to do is I want to have a little bit of a look at the chance to get mending and villagers in general. So to do that, first of what we're going to do is we're going to make our lectern, which I've already made here, but mistakes were made. So you make a lectern like that. I'm not going to make another one because we only need the one for this. And this will make a vanilla villager, someone who has not chosen a profession. Yeah, make them choose the librarian profession. And that's kind of what we want. Now, I am in 1.14. I'm not in any of the updates yet because I wanted to make sure that I got the mending villager as soon as we possibly could. So there's a couple of things that I want to do to actually set this up. I don't know exactly how this works. So this is very much a let's try this together and see what happens. I'm more of a let's try things channel than an actual tutorial channel. But, you know, we'll see. Let's make ourselves just a few redstone torches here. And I need some minecarts as well. Where are my minecarts? Are they in here? I feel like my minecarts should be somewhere. There they are. There we go. We'll grab all three of these. And I also want to get some caser wood because we do want to make a little bit of a building that I can take these into. So that we've got them somewhere separate. Do I actually have any other planks? I have a small amount of the planks. So let's just grab another set of the logs. I'm going to actually have to do some gathering of resources soon because we are rather low. But the general idea is, where are we going to put this? I had a little bit of a problem finding my villagers. I stuck them underground and I couldn't remember exactly. Hello? What are you doing here? Do new villagers spawn in villages now? Because I don't think that there's a way for these villagers down here to get out because I haven't even opened up to them yet. But that's interesting because he is... If you look, we got no access to these ones just yet. They are actually behind this wall here. But he spawned, so maybe new ones spawned. But this one has spawned actually without the profession, which is really, really good. It means we can use him how we want to utilize him. The question is, where do I actually want to put this build? And I think, why don't we just like put it here? So I want a one gap, and we've got that. So yeah, that'll be fine. So we'll make this a 5x5 house on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we are, matey. That's not 5x5, that's 5x4. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry, this house is going to be made to look pretty in the next episode, probably. In this episode, I just want to get a mending villager. So let's just bring him in here where he can't escape. Because if you notice our tools, they ain't doing so well. And I would really like some mending. But in addition to mending, I'm going to need a way to go ahead and make this work. Oh, you are brilliant, my friend. That was amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. So if I put this down, you should... dilly-dally. I mean, there are other villages nearby, so it is possible that you will not change. There we go. And what did we get? We got knockback, which isn't amazing. So if we break this and put this back, does that change you? No. But I think destroying this and waiting just a little bit might. So, you get a change back? Did I possibly derp this up? I think I may have derped this up. Because we do have other villagers over here. And I don't want to kill off these villagers. But it is also very possible that one of them actually has a mending trade right off the bat. So let's just pop down here and just pop into this villager. But as you can see... There we go. Okay. There are a couple of librarians here. You don't actually have a good trade. You just have smite. So, no. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that librarian villager that we've got over here some distance away and see if it makes much of a difference. I mean, that's the idea, because it did change someone over there. We do have some turncoats over there that don't actually have a profession, so we can go ahead and change them later as well if I've done this up. This is, again, like I say, this is very much just trial and error. So, question is, where do I want to put this? I think I did want to put a farmhouse here, but I don't know. I'm kind of going against that idea now. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now, my main goal is just to get myself a mending villager. Everything else can come a little bit later on. So let's do this and make sure that he doesn't have a route to get out of here. I don't know if this is going to be far enough away, but we'll try it. Remember, the village was over there, so, I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see, really. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do it there, so we can actually send it up. Okay, so put ourselves a powered rail down here. And powered rail there. And we need to sleep because I don't want him to die. So let me sleep. Let me get him moved over there and see if we are far enough away. I messed up. I literally really badly messed up. Okay, I accidentally caught the minecart, and one swing of my sword was enough to kill this villager. So, oops. Mistakes were made, and I don't know how that's going to affect my rating with this village. I think I just ended up ruining it. We do have good fortune. Oh, hero of the village, should I say. But I don't know exactly what that does with my rating now that I accidentally mass murdered one of the villagers. Now, the interesting thing is, actually, what we can do, and what I am going to do, is I'm going to see if there's any villagers at the second village. So if we actually grab a bed first, because it would be wise to actually have a bed. If I grab a bed, this village is generated in 1.13. It wasn't generated in 1.14, so it shouldn't have any of the tables there and any of the stuff that allow the villagers to choose a profession. So we may get lucky with the fact that we may be able to change several and then change them back again. Or maybe it would be beneficial to move one villager a considerable distance away and then try it. I mean, at the end of the day, we could just have a house in the middle of nowhere with a mending book. It wouldn't make that big of a difference. The only thing is, I don't know if there are any villagers left in this village. I genuinely have no idea. I don't know how big the villager hitboxes are, but as you can see, this is one of the old villages in Minecraft. It was generated, like I said, in 1.13. And I do want to come back. I do want to come to this village, actually, and I do want to build up some of the vanilla buildings just a little bit, so we've always got the way it used to look before the villager pillager update. But there are some houses that are off the ground, so maybe, just maybe. Oh man, the janky train. The way it generates. There's a villager over there, look, and he doesn't seem to have a profession. So that is good. And I think he looks to be the only one. Oh no, there are several. Okay, so there are actually several villagers here. Okay, cool. Let's put that down. Come on. I need you to go in here. There we go. Okay, so all I want to do is move it away. And how big are villagers? That is the question. That is the question to be answered. You know what, I'm just gonna, I know it's a little bit of a waste, but I just want to go straight over there. So yeah, let me get this done and I'll be back with you in a little bit. Well, the video says to make sure you're out of render distance, and I don't see the village in the render distance. I believe we are completely out of render distance. And I haven't turned my render distance down or anything. I don't know if that would work, but this guy keeps throwing seeds at us. He doesn't really like us all that much. So let's just pop this down and we should see him change. He doesn't offer us anything that we want there, so let's get rid of this and he should change back. There are some times of day where he will not change. And of course, if we are too close to the village, he's still not going to change, which is unfortunate for us. I mean, what is my render distance? I didn't change it down by accident at some point over there. I wish I could thinking, oh, my render distance is still 12, but he's still not changing, although the sun does have to be in a certain position in the sky. So I think I'm going to just give him a little bit of time, see if he changes. Oh, hello, he threw a book at us. But he has changed back now, which is good. So put the lectern down, right click him. Again, he's got not some trades that we want, so break that, put that down. And unbreaking one. Okay, we definitely don't want that. So I'm going to just sit and do this for a little while. Getting him to change back and forth until I can get him to give us a mending book. And then I'll be back with you. Well, it's taken quite some time. And when I say quite some time, I mean several days. And, oh, when we change our inventory, he shows us what he's offering to trade. But I finally got him to trade a mending book. It's taken, I think, about 4 days of in-game time to get this mending book. So quite some time. And, well, we finally got it. So let's go ahead and do this and get ourselves our mending book. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a way to actually make emeralds because we have to spend emeralds with this guy. But at least now we have a mending book, which is awesome and sweet and allows us to go ahead and progress a little bit further with... Which way did we come? Did anybody take note of which way I came? I believe it was in this direction. So we finally got our mending book, and I'm going to put our first mending book on our axe because it is by far the one that needs it the most. And does this actually have silk touch on it? It does. So this has got pretty much everything that I want on an axe, almost completely on it. But I do want to take a little look at the villagers to see if we can find ourselves a villager that might trade something that we can produce. And that might be something that we get into in the next episode, quite possibly paper or something or other. I do want to definitely make sure that we can utilize... I feel like my music sounds down. It's probably just my headphones. I did buy some new headphones, but they are... I don't know, I don't like them as much as this old pair. This is my problem. I really end up liking old pairs a lot more. So we got a nitwit. We got... Oh, they changed the crops. They look different. But none of these actually trade at the minute because they don't have a... Whatchamacallit. I mean, we could essentially put a composter down next to them, make them a composting villager and be done with it. That should be easy enough, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see. These rabbits are eating these carrots. We'll worry about farms. I mean, we could essentially make a very easy wheat farm. That wouldn't be the end of the world. But at the same time, I want to get into a couple of other things that are actually new to Minecraft 1.14 that I didn't know about. So I've had the past couple of weeks. It's been one of them rough times, and because of one of those rough times, I had a couple of friends over, and one of them was saying to me about how there are all these new furnaces in Minecraft 1.14. Could we please Optifine? Really? Okay, this is all getting all glitchy. I don't really like it. It is what it is. If I move over here, is this gonna... There is a way to force chunks to reload, but that's okay. Okay. So, I wonder if this guy changed... No, he didn't change back because I accidentally murdered him. That was right. So, he was on about that there's all these new furnaces, and I thought, okay, well, he's probably just on about the campfire. But there is a new furnace, actually. And so, I want to look at that today. I want to look at both of them, actually. So, I'm going to grab some coal. I'm going to grab some iron. And I'm going to grab some smooth stone. Now, the thing is, I'm not sure how to make smooth stone. But we've got some smooth stone here. So we should be able to make ourselves this. That's not actually what I wanted. I did one. I'm going to need a furnace first, aren't I? Of course. It does require a furnace. So let's grab this. Let's grab this. And make ourselves a furnace. Let's make ourselves a furnace first. And it should be here somewhere. What's this? Minecraft with the furnace. Okay. There it is. The blast furnace. And this thing is intriguing to say the least, I think. So I'm just going to put it down here. It works very much similar to a normal furnace, although I think it's limited to what it can smelt. So let me just go ahead and do that. Grab ourselves some of this gold. And if we put 1 in here, I believe that 1 either lasts longer or it smelts faster. That definitely seems like it's smelting faster, but will we get 8 gold or will we get some more? And the other one is, if I can remember how this is done, I want to say it's like this. No, but it could quite possibly be that we need torches. So let's make ourselves some torches. And did that give us the campfire? The other one is a campfire. There we go. Now remember, I have fire spread turned off on my world. So it doesn't mean that logs are going to catch on fire. But as you can see, we got the campfire here. And that is a very lovely thing. And what we can do is, if I grab some meat, that we can cook meat without the use of coal, as you can see. We can do that. Now, I don't think you can actually do ores on here. I think it's only food substances. But as you can see, so this one does 8, but it does it a little bit quicker. Now, the question is, will this be able to be fully automated using hoppers? That is a question. And we could try that very easily, actually. In a moment. Where's my food? My food is in my offhand. I just want to wait for these to pop off so you guys can see these. But I think there's a lot that we can do with this. Oh, you actually take damage when you're on top of it. That's understandable. But there's a lot of really interesting things that we can actually do using this in the near future. So, let's actually pop these away. Don't want you. And we can pop away all of these mine carts and stuff, because I don't need them anymore. And let's head over to the bed. Of course I don't have a bed here, do I? Nope. So I just want to say that I haven't forgotten about the building aspect. I just really do want to take a look at some of the 1.14 features that I'm excited for. And there are some that we haven't ventured, but there was 2 that I was really excited for. One was the raids, and I'm glad that I actually got to show them off. If you missed that, I was in the last episode. We actually got raided in the last episode. And it was a lot of fun fighting off wave after wave of enemies. And they threw us for a dizzle. They did. There's a little bit of lag there, but this is the only place I've actually got a bed. I need to put a bed back in the houses. Of course. Zombie's going to find me. Now, one thing I didn't think about was lighting this up, but that's okay. We can put the lights on the market stalls, and I do want to get the market stalls put down here at some point in the near future. But for right now, I'm enjoying exploring this update. And I do want to start a new settlement, because to be honest, I am getting relatively tired of just building in this style. I feel like I've been building this style since September. That's over half a year. And admittingly, we haven't done many episodes, but it is what it is. Okay, so the first thing that we were going to do is we were going to put mending on this. Of course, I was digging to find where my villagers were. Please ignore. And I also want to do a bit of a cleanup episode around here. So, let's just say we pop this in there, pop that on there. Oh, that is Casey's axe. Yep, cool. And now we've got mending. So if you're brand new to mending, if you've never seen mending before and you're wondering why are you so excited about an enchant called mending, I imagine most people know what mending does, but just on the off chance, I am going to show it off a little bit in a moment. We'll get to the mending in a little minute, but I do want to see if this is possible to actually automate. So in here we've got my auto smelter, and I'm just going to knock that out and knock. I did not mean to knock that out, but okay. Is that ended up in here? Okay, that's ending up in there. So the question is, if I put a blast furnace there, okay, and we put coal in here, and we put the gold ore in here. Question is that going to work? Yes, that is going to work. So you can actually automate it just like you can a furnace, which is interesting and definitely worth noting. But I don't think we can actually put food products in here. I think you can only put ores in here. But in all fairness, no, because if we did do this, if we had like half and half, and we did put ores in here, this would still fill up with stuff that this wouldn't be able to accept. Because I was thinking if this didn't accept like food products here, you just couldn't put them in, then we could just add half of these, you know, put half of these here, and it would never get the food products. So food would be done on 4, whereas the other 4 could be for ores, making ores faster. But I don't know if nether brick can be smelted in these. So I think it's best we have a whole separate row that just has these on them. But yeah, okay. So let's pop these back. We can get rid of the blast furnace now, and we pop that there. Okay, cool. And that's that taken care of. And we just pop those away for now. Actually, no, I do want my blast furnace back. What we could do is we could put a blast furnace just in the floor there, just in case we ever need to smelt some ores quickly. But this thing is quicker than that, but still, there's that. So, if you've never seen the Mending enchant before, let's get onto the Mending enchant, because it's something I'm really excited for. It's something that I haven't gotten to play around with all that much because, well, normally the best way to get it, really, honestly, the best way to get it in the early game anyway, is through an AFK fish farm. So I created one here, but I barely ever used it because I ran into an issue. Let me show you what my issue is, actually. I don't think I've actually shown you what the issue is, but let's just say that I'm in the wrong place to be sat in it. So when I AFK, I don't hold my mouse down. So the idea is that you would hold your fishing rod on here. Okay. So I would right click like that. I think 1.14 has broken this fish farm now because I can't get it to work. And I'm not going to spend forever doing it. Okay. So let's actually just head down here and head to the where I can show you what Mending does. Because Mending is an incredibly useful enchant. But yeah, you used to be able to get it from AFK fishing. However, you can still get it from AFK fishing, but that fish farm doesn't work. So, question is, do we keep this fish farm as like a piece of history? Because I like keeping historic pieces. This was what the fishing farm for 1.13 looked like. And do we create a new one for 1.14? That is a question. Quite possibly we do. But yes, so let's go back here and let's jump down here into my llama and my mob farm. And this is a build that I do want to work on relatively soon as well, this mob farm. But let's go down here. And as you can see, nothing's here. But skeletons will spawn in relatively soon. And essentially what Mending allows us to do is if we get a skeleton, it shouldn't take too long. Skeleton spawn is like just below us. And the video to this is on the channel if you do want to see how this was made. Come on. Okay, you know what? I'm going to let some skeletons spawn in. And I'll be back with you in a little bit. Okay, so some skeletons have indeed gone ahead and piled up. I was lost for words. And with a slash of our sword, we should get some XP. And that XP should repair our axe. So if you pay attention to our axe down here, and we say these, you can see that the axe is slowly getting repaired. Now, obviously, that wasn't amazing because I didn't have enough skeletons build up. And there are better XP farms out there using zombie pigmen, just all sorts of stuff. And endermen and whatchamacallit, the things in the water temples, the guardians. But as you can see, our axe is actually getting repaired now. So, I think in the next episode, I want to focus on figuring out a way to get ourselves some emeralds, so that we can get Mending on all of our gear. Although I think that I may just do that between episodes. Maybe the best thing to do. My inventory is full, isn't it? Yes, of course it is. But I also want to work a little bit on this farm as well. There's like lots of things that I want to do. And we'll worry about that a little bit later on. But yeah. But I think that's going to call it for this episode, guys. So, if you have enjoyed the video, please do consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. So, please do leave that like. And click subscribe if you want to see more from me. Guys, I'm Casey, I want to thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.